Tyler Orton back from business in Vancouver. We've been mentioning it in the news, Tyler. The inflation rate is out. The inflation data is out from Stats Canada. What have we been spending more on and less on?
Well, it's really interesting because economists expected the inflation rate to stay the same in November as it was in October. Now, obviously, I mean, things do change month to month, but it didn't have the same effect that all the experts were expecting this month. If we take a look at the board, we can see that the inflation rate nationally was at 2% in Canada. This is the annual inflation rate, I should say, whereas in October, the inflation rate was at 2.4%. Now, in BC, it was at just 1.2%. Now, the reason this is significant was because BC was the only province in Canada where the inflation rate actually went up between October and November. I should emphasize this is the annual inflation rate, year over year. If we take a look at the next board, we can see the reasons why there's such a big change in the numbers. Gasoline. Obviously, been big decreases in that price, almost going down 6%. But the real story here is in British Columbia, it's only gone down 1.5%. And I know a lot of viewers can probably relate to that on the pump when they're hearing about the prices going down all over the rest of the country, and it doesn't really seem to have that big impact here in British Columbia. So that's why we're seeing that kind of offsets in prices throughout the rest of Canada, but inflation was actually going up a little bit in BC. That also had the impact on transportation costs. Now, finally, it's a holiday season, so I think, everybody wants to know what they're going to be paying for when it comes to food bills. When lots of people are having family dinners, getting together at parties. In November, food prices actually went up, about 3.3% for store-bought food. And the big driver here was meat, which went up, quite a bit, 12.2%. And if you're going to restaurants for like a work party or something, prices went up, 2.5% compared to the year previously. So lots of changes here. And I do want to emphasize how interesting it is that experts were kind of wrong in this instance because they're expecting, the price of gasoline to go down and other prices to offset that change, but it didn't happen.
Well, I do like the $1.09 that it is right now, so
yeah.
All right, thanks very much, Tyler.